Hey guys, what's going on? It's Atomiik here from the Zombie HQ. Bring you a kind of an update video about how we've been going with the transit Easter egg, also the Nuketown Easter egg as well. If there is one, we're not so sure yet. But I'm just gonna talk now for a few minutes about how we've been going with the Easter egg, how other people might have missed some things out, and how like we've connected Nuketown to Moon in Black Ops 1. So yeah. Um, so in transit, in farm, you might have seen that little TV. Now that TV says stuff. It's quite hard to like. You have to knife it. You have to press X to it, or you have to. We've done it a few times, but you have to like do a couple of things to it. You've gotta have the power on, and then the TV starts saying stuff. Now I find this like pretty weird because it seems like someone giving out a radio message through the TV. Now, I haven't really actually got here in front of me what they say because it was a bit hard to write down, and I couldn't write down everything that I thought the TV would say. But what I do know is that the man, whoever it is who's talking, he gives some coordinates. Now, I haven't got these coordinates right now, but I can actually be sure that these are the coordinates for Area 51. Now, Area 51 is where Nuketown is. It's where No Man's Land is for Moon in Black Ops 1, and it's where Groom Lake is. Now I'm going to talk about Groom Lake a bit later, but now let's focus on No Man's Land. Now, you guys probably know No Man's Land, and you think it's like on Earth in Area 51. Now, but if you completed the Easter egg in Moon, then you know that if you go back to No Man's Land afterwards, then you'd be able to see the Earth in the top right corner if you go to the back of the map and look toward the teleporter. Now, I don't really think this was to make it confusing for everyone, but I think it was actually kind of supposed to be there, really. Like, so why would No Man's Land supposedly be there on Earth, but then after you've blown up the Earth, be off the Earth, and you'd be able to see the Earth from No Man's Land? Now, this may sound a bit like weird, but my suggestion for this is that No Man's Land kind of blew off Earth. Now, like, huge rockets went to Earth and kind of blew everything up. So it's quite possible that chunks of Earth would have floated off and gone like out somewhere. So what I feel like, kind of to explain No Man's Land, I feel it's like kind of it was on Earth and it's actually been blown off Earth and now floating through space. And that's that's what I feel about No Man's Land. But yeah, like, let's not talk about that for the whole video. I'm just gonna kind of back up that a bit and say, if you guys played the Nuketown zombies map, then you know there's that huge mushroom cloud, and there's that huge ditch in the ground when you just like kind of, I wouldn't, to the side of the map. Now, most of the people are saying this is actually like where the atomic bomb went off when they blew Nuketown off in Black Ops 1 at the end of the game. But I don't really feel that's the case, because like, why would they put Nuketown in like in zombies and have that sort of impact on it? Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. So I've kind of come up with this. It's kind of crazy, I gotta admit, guys, it's kind of crazy, but there's like, so there's the missile have come down to Earth, and it's blown up Earth, and now now we know that Nuketown and No Man's Land were on Area 51, and it is actually quite possible that No Man's Land was exactly next to Nuketown in Area 51. So that blast next to Nuketown, I don't really feel like it's from the atomic bomb, but we like have kind of decided that it's actually where No Man's Land is supposed to be. It's where No Man's Land was before it got blown off and disconnected from Earth. So and to back up this point a bit more, The perks dropped in Nuketown are like all simple perks. So in No Man's Land you get Speed Cola and Jug and Pack-a-Punch, and they all spawn in Nuketown. But also with Double Tap and Quick Revive. I can't really explain those, but I do know Quick Revive was quite close to the teleporter when when you teleport to the moon in Black Ops 1. So I feel that like No Man's Land kind of blown off, and the perks have kind of fallen down. As you can see, the perks actually fall down from the sky, and the perks have fallen off No Man's Land with Pack-a-Punch, and they just come down from No Man's Land onto Nuketown. Now, that's kind of enough about Nuketown. Now I'm going to come back to it later and relate it to transit. But yeah, let's move on to transit now. So the transit has a lot of it's really confusing. We can say that for sure. Like the Tower of Babel achievement, there's a lot of different ways to do it, and a lot of ways like people say, oh, you should do this, or you need to do this, or you don't need to do that. We're not going to put out a tutorial for it, but we can say that the Tower of Babel, like, even after that, it had a humongous amount of like really confusing Easter eggs in it. Now, one of these is these nav card things. Now, when you in Tower of Babel, you should like you build this radio tower under the pylon, and it says hold X or square or whatever to insert nav card, and it's always coming up with that's the incorrect nav card. Now these nav card things, we're not really sure what they're about. There's been plenty of rumors about them, but once we figure out what's actually happening with the nav card, then we're gonna put out a video like straight away, and try and release it the best way we can. So look forward to that. So another part of the Tower of Babel, its description was to obey the voices. Now, I've heard, but I haven't really looked into, that only one person can actually hear Maxis's voice when they turn the power on. Like when they start the Easter egg, only one person can apparently hear Maxis's voice. I can't really say for sure. Leave a comment if you say, oh no, that everyone can hear the voice of Maxis. That would be kind of good to like double check that. But